Hello, it's Thursday the 26th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. Now, Megan Greene has been on. She's not having any of this follow the Fed nonsense, and she thinks the MPC should set monetary policy for the UK economy based on UK inflation. Fed moves may affect us via trade and currency markets. For example, a small surprise cut from the Fed may give sterling a short-term lift, which would likely weigh on growth later on. But where those effects can cancel each other out, Greene thinks the MPC should just focus on our own data and get on with it. I was rather surprised this was not the ingrained common sense approach, but hey, I'm not on the MPC, and what do I know in the grander scheme of things? Bailey's been on though. He's dropped the strongest hint yet that a March rate cut might be on the table if the data cooperates. Inflation looks set to move towards the 2% target in the April print, thanks to energy bill cuts and freezes, and Governor Bailey is leaning towards another rate cut. As such, if the votes follow the recent pattern, we'll end with a 5-4 outcome after Bailey casts the decider once again. They're heading to the polls in the Gordon and Denton by-election today. This could be the first proper test of whether the public is actually buying any of Labour's promises, or whether the threat from Farage is a real one. I'd welcome your thoughts on that one ahead of the polls coming in. Over in the US, the Supreme Court slapped down Trump's emergency tariffs. Put simply, presidential authority to regulate imports does not automatically include the power to levy tariffs. Trump's tariffs were an economic policy tool to raise revenue, reduce the trade deficit, and strengthen domestic manufacturing. And the results have been far from compelling. Revenue may well have surged on the back of this, but the trade deficit has persisted and domestic production has not returned en masse. In the market, the dollar index pulled back to around 97.65, and we kick off this morning up against the dollar around 135.60, up against the euro around 114.70, and euro dollar is higher around 118.20 on the open this morning. That's it from me. Have a great day.